In Samuel 21. So I guess Saul was killed. The Israelite has sworn to spare the Gibeonites, but Saul tried to annihilate them. And so what happened was that because of their wrongful death, and then God chose this time to send to allow for a famine, and that famine lasted for 3 successive years. So David sought God to know what's going on, and God told him the reason. And so he tried to make atonement, but verse 4 is weird to me. They said that they have no right to demand silver or gold, nor have the right to put anyone in Israel to death. But yet they asked for 7 of Saul's male descendants to be given to them to be killed and their body exposed. And that, like, it would have been better if they asked for like money. I don't know why they said they have no money, but then they demand for people, the descendant, and then those people to be killed. And but that's what happened. And so Mephibosheth was spared, but the Mephibosheth son of Jonathan was spared, but Mephibosheth son of Aiah's daughter Rizpah, and like 6 other people were killed. And so it's like back then it's just so horrible, and God allowed it to happen. So understandably, Rizpah was like just was guarding those. She was in sackcloth, and she was taking care of the bodies. And then David brought the sons of Saul and his son Jonathan to gather up and bury. And it's like, I guess, blood, like, in the Old Testament time, it's like an eye for an eye, the tooth for the tooth. So Saul has killed so many of the Gibeonites, even though there was an oath to protect, to spare them. And so because of that, his descendant had to pay for that sin. And I don't understand that, because it's like, like, why are your descendant responsible for something you do? But it happened multiple times throughout the Old Testament. And I guess because they're kind of like an extension of you, but that's what God allowed to happen. And then it also talks about the war against the Philistine, how David and his men like defeated several notable Philistines who were descendants of Rapha. I'm not sure who Rapha is. There's so many names that I don't know about. But today it's just sad that, it's just a lot of killing and death.